we're going to add 5/12 and 11/16. To do that, we need to find a common denominator. Two methods. First method is multiples. So 12 times 12 is, 12 times 1 is 12, times 2 is 24, times 3 is 36, times 4 is 48, times 5 is 60, 16's, 16, 32, 48. So now we have a lowest common denominator that we can use, 48. The other method we can use to do the same thing is to break down the 12 into prime factors. So say we did 4 and 3 and broke it down again to 2 and 2. So 2 and 2 and 3, 16. Say we did 4 and 4 and we did 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. How do we combine that together to get an answer? Well, you list them. So 12 is 2 squared times 3, and 16 is 2 to the 4th. To find your lowest common denominator, you have to go through each factor and pick the largest one. So we have 2's in our final answer. We have to pick the highest one, so we need 2 to the 4th, because 16 has 4 factors of 2. 12 only has 2 factors, so 2 to the 4th works. And we also need a 3 to be able to get the factor of the 3 and the 12 to work. So 16 times 3, lo and behold, of course, is 48. So two methods give us the same answer. Back to our question. We want to change 12ths into 48ths. We want to change 16 into 48ths. So now, converting. How many times does 12 divide into 48? Use your calculator, use your mental math. The choice is yours. 12 goes into 48 4 times. So you change 12 to 48, but multiplying by 4, you must change 5 into a multiple, or into a bigger number, which becomes 20, because 5 times 4 is, of course, 20. 16 goes into 48 3 times. So therefore, multiply the numerator of 11 by 3, and you get 33 over 48. So these two fractions are identical in that they are equivalent. One is a more reduced form than the other. When you add your fractions, you're going to end up with a common denominator of 48. 20 plus 33 is going to give you 53 over 48, which is an improper fraction. If you were to convert it into a mixed fraction, 40 goes into 53 once, and there will be 5 left over. So 1 and 5/48. We'll do one more of these. So say you had a denominator of, or a fraction rather, of 13 over 24. You're going to subtract from that 7 over 40. Your first job is to find the denominator. Now, since the numbers are quite close together, you can use the multiple method. So if you use the multiple method, go with your 40s. So 40 times 1 is 40. 24 doesn't go into that. 40 times 2 is 80. 24 doesn't go into that. 40 times 3 is 120. 160. Check your 24s. 24s. So 1 times 24 is 24. 2 times 24 is 48. 3 times 24 is 72. 96. And then 120. So now we have a denominator that works for both. The other method, 40, break it down to primes. You could do 4 and 10. 4 goes down to 2 and 2. 10 goes down to 2 and 5. 24, let's just say we use 4 and 6. So 4 goes down to 2 and 2. 6 goes down to 2 and 3. So bring that all together and organize it. 40 is 2 to the third times 5. 24 is 2 to the third times 3. So your lowest common denominator must be the highest. You need 2 to the third. You need a 3. And you need a 5. 2 to the third is 8 times 3 is 24 times 5. Of course, it's 120. Both methods match. So to find your lowest common denominator, we've done that 2 ways. That's the hard part of the question. The easy part is just making them equivalent. So again, 24 goes into 120 5 times. So 13 times 5 to keep the numerator equivalent is 65. 40 goes into 120 3 times. So 3 times 7 is 21. Now we have like denominators. To finish the question, we're going to subtract. So 65 minus 21 is going to give us 44 over 1. To simplify this fraction, you need to find a common factor that goes into both. 44 is 4 times 11. So 4 goes into 44 11 times. 4 goes into 120 30 times. And since 11 is a prime number, and it doesn't go into 30, that answer must be in the lowest terms, or most reduced. That's a couple of examples of adding and subtracting fractions.